ladies and gentlemen. You're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
Judge has been hanging out with Babe Ruth at Club 60. Thursday, like, this was 61. Everybody held their breath. This could be it. Fell just short. Well, yesterday, had another chance. This one a drive to left. Would it go? No, this fell even shorter. Not even bats to go, though. When is it going to happen? This could be the day. It is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the Boston Red Sox. Game 3 of a 4-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, along with David Cohn and Paul O'Neill. I'm Michael Kay. Yankees inching closer to clinching the American League East, but everybody is waiting for Aaron Judge to hit that historic home run. He might have a chance today, Paul. Nick Pivetta is a guy who served up some home runs to Aaron Judge.
Well, it's definitely a good matchup for Aaron Judge, but you know, everything is swirling around Aaron Judge every time he walks to the plate, every pitch, everybody on their feet. But Nick Pivetta has given up some home runs. Not an overpowering pitcher. On the slider there later in the year here against Boston. Another pitch up in the strike zone. And to me, that is the way Aaron Judge is looking to hit the baseball now. Things up in the strike zone. I'm excited to see the at-bats today and what goes around with Aaron Judge.
Let's look at today's Discover matchup. This is Judge against Pivetta, 5 for 11. The 2 home runs Paul just showed you, 4 walks, 1 strikeout, 2 solo home runs. Both of them came this season. Now, the scene is kind of set, David. It's a day game at Yankee Stadium. It's going to be a full house. It feels kind of right.
Speaking from experience, I love day games. Something historical tends to happen on day games at Yankee Stadium. This is the perfect setting for Aaron Judge. All the kids are here. It's a Saturday, beautiful day at Yankee Stadium. The time is now.
All right, we shall see. We will be here with you watching. Now, Aaron Judge has handled this all very well. Doesn't seem to be stressed out at all. But is it starting to happen? Is he starting to feel it? Aaron Boone will talk about it with Meredith when we get back right here on Yes.
It is a beautiful day for baseball in the Bronx. Game 3 of the 4-game series between the Yankees and the Red Sox coming your way in just a couple of minutes. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovits. Aaron Judge will continue to chase history this afternoon. He is just 1 home run away from Roger Maris's 61. He has not homered over the last 3 games, but has been incredibly productive in the batter's box. Still, Aaron Boone was asked whether or not he thought the quest for 61 was at all affecting Aaron Judge.
I don't think it's had that taken that mental toll on him, because you are always paying attention to that with players, and sometimes you feel like a guy does need a mental break. I haven't felt that's the case. You know, he was a little under the weather there for a couple days too, so that's the biggest thing you're kind of monitoring. But no, I feel like mentally, and I don't feel as though he's worn down.
And Aaron Judge will continue to occupy the leadoff spot this afternoon and play right field, though Aaron Boone said he could possibly give him a DH day within the next couple of games. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by David Cohn and Paul O'Neill. First pitch coming your way after the break.
Welcome back to Yankee Stadium, everybody. Let's look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. It's a sun-splashed afternoon here in the Bronx, 67 degrees. No chance of rain. Humidity is 32%. The wind out of the northwest at 4 miles per hour. Crowd still filing in to the big ballpark in the Bronx. All eyes on that man, number 99, Aaron Judge. Yankees against the Red Sox as the backdrop. Yankees inching closer, as we mentioned, to clinching the American League East. The magic number is down to 4 over Toronto and 3 over Tampa Bay. Let's take a look at the Red Sox starting lineup, brought to you by TikTok. TikTok taught me. Tommy Pham in left will lead off. Rafael Devers at third. Xander Bogaerts the shortstop. Alex Verdugo in right. Kike Hernandez at second. Tristan Casas at first base, bat sixth. Batting seventh and DHing Bobby Dahlbeck. Reese McGuire will catch him bat eighth. And batting ninth and playing center field, it's Abraham Almonte. And that Boston Red Sox lineup is going to be facing Domingo Germán. And that man, Aaron Judge, is going to be facing Nick Pivetta. Eyes of the nation are on this game. It's on nationally on the MLB Network, and you're watching it right here on Yes. So he's fallen short a couple of games, 3 games without a home run, and that seems like a big story. And boy, it's that a testament to what kind of season he's had. It's not easy to hit home runs, and you don't have him in 3 games, and that becomes a story. So he jogs out to right field, and we're ready to go here at Yankee Stadium. Germán steps on the mound and will begin his warm-ups.
Yes, and it's Domingo towing the slab and the boogie down on a Saturday afternoon, and back at the rotation. As you see, he's had a couple of relief appearances and pretty decent numbers across the board. That 3.12 ERA is very nice. And our scouting report, as we said, after 2 pretty good relief appearances, he's getting another shot in the rotation. And Hang 10, his last 10 consecutive starts, he's had 3 runs or fewer allowed. That's the longest stretch of his career. And then planning ahead, not sure where he's going to fit. Could he be sort of a multi-inning reliever, middle reliever in postseason? Will he get a start at some point? We'll see how the matchups shake down and what happens with the Yankees in postseason.
Let's check out the defense behind him. It's brought to you by your local Tri-State GMC dealers. Oswaldo Cabrera is in left. Harrison Bader is in center. And Aaron Judge, you've heard of him, he's in right. In the infield, Donaldson, Kiner-Falefa, Torres, and Rizzo. That's third to first. Higashioka behind the plate, catching Germán. And Aaron Judge soaking in the love from his fans out there in right field. And he has fans all around this ballpark today. He's deciding who's going to get a souvenir. Who? All right. It's you. Well, that's one for the trophy case. And we're ready. Tommy Pham is ready. So is Domingo Germán. Let's do it. Here in the Bronx. First pitch is outside. We're underway. Clinton Vondrak is the home plate umpire. Chris Conroy at first. Carlos Torres is at second. And Brian Knight is over at third. 1-1. There is certainly a lot of noise around the Yankees with Judge approaching this hallowed mark. And while the noise has been there, the team has blocked it out. They've started to win again. 5 straight wins, 9 of 11, 19 of 29. Now Toronto has lost 3 straight. So the Yankees have a good chance to close it out in the East and then get everybody ready and get everybody some rest. I don't think they're going to give Aaron Judge any rest until the record is broken.
I think Aaron Judge has played his way into the lineup, Michael. So, yeah, right. The nation's watching. Yankee Nation is watching as well to see how far he can go with this.
Popped up and out of play by a couple of rows. Red Sox 72 and 78. The Yankees are 92 and 58. They've already clinched the playoff spot. So they're in the dance. Now, where they will be in the dance, that'll be decided if they clinch the American League East, where they'll get a first-round bye. Foul back here, still 2-2.
Yeah, the first-round bye is a big deal this year because you get 5 extra days of rest, and the Yankees need every day they can possibly get for some of their injuries, whether it's Matt Carpenter, DJ LeMahieu, on down the list.
Swing and a miss. Pham down on strikes. Well, it's time now for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, we've talked about it. Is today the day? Maybe we're the good luck charm. We are back on yesterday. It's only fitting that Aaron Judge would do this today, right? And bullpen, are they back? Ignacio Loaizaga, Holmes, their last outing, very good. There was a question mark last week on what Aaron Boone was going to do with this bullpen. Michael, you talked about it. Make it 3. Magic numbers 4 going into today with a win. And make it 3 and possibly even 2 if the Blue Jays lose in St. Pete tonight.
Count 0-1 on Devers. He has 6 home runs against the Yankees this year, so 6 of his 27, and 19 lifetime against the Bombers. Fouled straight back, 0-2. So Germán pitched in relief last Friday in Milwaukee, an inning and 2/3 of scoreless relief. His last 6 games sporting a 1.84 ERA, and this is his first traditional start since September 7th against the Twins, so he's not going to throw over 100 pitches. They probably want to get him to 80 or 90, if that, and just get him stretched out a bit after shutting him down and moving him into the bullpen. The 0-2. Fly ball right side, and that'll make the seats out of play. The home plate umpire, Clinton Vondrak. Let's take a look at the scouting report. Hitter friendly, Paul. Fewer high strikes, fewer inside strikes on lefty batters like you, and he's in his 3rd major league season.
It's official. He hates pitchers. He just does.
Is that Paul?
He was a hitter in high school, Coney.
Paul or Clinton?
He was a hitter in high school. Clinton. Clinton Vondrak. He hates pitchers. Just teasing. But that is a theory. And Paul, you know, I've talked about it. And if you're an amateur pitcher, you're going to be pitcher friendly. And if you're an umpire.
Swing and a miss. Devers down on strikes.
Devers been struggling a little bit in the second half. Obviously one of the better offensive players in the American League, but has struggled a little bit. Good curveball by Germán. No, Coney, I was wondering, and you know, you did very little time in the bullpen. Is there ever that little flip-flop where you go to the bullpen for a while, come back to it as a starter? Is there anything you can work on, or just something that helps you one way or the other getting back into the rotation?
Bogart swings and misses.
It's a great point, Paul. And a lot of times starters who go to the bullpen for a minute or two, they don't have time to think. You have to simplify your approach. You just get back to the basics. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do as a starter. Sometimes you get lost on the mound in your rotation, mixing up all your pitches.
Grounded to Torres. And a nice 1-2-3 inning for Herman. Well, that man's going to lead off. He has had a wondrous season. Aaron Boone has called it a season for the ages. With one more swing, it could get even better. Right into the history books. Aaron Judge leads off next on Yes. Well, Aaron Judge has gone 3 straight games without a home run. He is at 60, tied with Babe Ruth. The American League single-season record is 61, held by Roger Maris, set in 1961. So in the first 2 games against the Red Sox,
New York Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge, number 99.
There's family here, and for those tuning in from around the country, welcome to the Yes Network. You're watching Yes's coverage of the New York Yankees and Aaron Judge's pursuit of history. Pavetta is ready and deals. Foul back. The 0-1. Foul back, 0-2. So Pavetta going right at him.
Coney, I would have dropped money on this that he'd come in and see 2 fastballs right off the bat, but you're right, Pavetta right after Aaron Judge, trying to fool him here and actually throwing fastballs.
Strike 3, Judge down looking. He saw 3 straight fastballs, probably shocked.
Yeah, Pavetta, breaking ball pitcher, really. He's got a slider and a curveball, but you said it, Michael. I mean, this is the first ball that he went in. Looked like it just got the inside corner. Kind of froze Aaron Judge.
Yep, it's got plenty of plate. And you're right. I mean, if you're Aaron Judge, you're trying to figure it out. Is he going to challenge me? Are they going to pitch around me? And certainly that can mess with your head a little bit, I'm sure.
Here's Anthony Rizzo. He feels good about his fastball, 4 in a row. '29-year-old right-hander from Victoria, British Columbia. The 0-1. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. 1-2. Take a look at the Yankees starting lineup brought to you by TikTok. TikTok taught me. Judge, Rizzo, and Torres up top. Donaldson, Stanton, and Cabrera in the middle. Bottom third, Bader, Kiner Falefa, and Higashioka on the bottom. Beautiful Saturday afternoon here in the Bronx. So happy you could join us here on Yes. Popped up shallow right. Kike Hernandez, the second baseman, makes the play, 2 away.
See, on the season, 30 starts. This is his 31st here today. 10 and 11, 4.35. Been a pretty durable righty for them, certainly in the Boston rotation. He's the one who's lasted the whole year. He's already set his career highs in innings pitched. He's been a good roadie, too, a 3.84 ERA on the roadie. And Yankee history, Paul touched on it, Michael touched on it. Some Yankees in this lineup have hit home runs off of him before, so we saw what he would do with Judge the first at bat. He kind of challenged him. We'll see how it goes the next time.
Well, he has 4 starts against the Yankees this year, and he sports a 9.64 ERA in those starts. Yankees batting average against Nick Pivetta, 3.25, and his 26 other starts a 3.67 ERA. So the Yankees have kind of skewed his numbers a bit. Check out the Red Sox defense brought to you by your local Tri-State GMC dealers. Pham, Almonte, and Verdugo in the outfield. Devers, Bogarts, Hernandez, and Casas third to first. McGuire catching for Betta. Swinging on 3-0 and driving it deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. A home run for Torres. And the Yankees on the board. It's 1-0.
Well, you're really starting to see Gleyber Torres turn things around offensively, and it starts the other night with the ball to right field. Now he's pulled a couple home runs. Gleyber Torres, a big part of this lineup when he uses a complete field. His 24th of the year, 70th RBI.
Yankees lineup.
Middle, 3-0 fastball. Turn him loose. Take advantage.
Donaldson up and away, 1-0.
Just behind the baseball, just a beautiful swing. Obviously 3-0, you're a little more aggressive, trying to get the ball in the air, drive something out of the ballpark, looking in one zone. And Gleyber Torres did everything correct in that at bat, 3-0.
2-1.
You know, there's a lot of talk about hitters hunting pitches or guessing or cheating. And when there's no mystery involved on a 3-0 fastball, that's when you can start your swing a little bit early like that, get the barrel out in front. And if you can do that and make that kind of contact, it's going to go.
2-2 on Donaldson.
But for a pitcher, one of the best weapons he has is mystery. The hitter not really knowing what's coming. When a hitter knows what's coming, you can cheat a little bit.
Swing and a miss. Donaldson down on strikes. Well, there was a homer in the first inning that Aaron Judge didn't hit it. Gleyber Torres, his hardest hit home run out of his 24 this season. With that swing, he gives the Yankees a 1-0 lead. Well, vote Jose Trevino for the 2022 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One, which recognizes players who best represent the game through positive contributions on and off the field. Vote today at MLB.com/Clemente21. 1-0 Yankees on the Gleyber Torres home run. Alex Verdugo leads off here in the second. First pitch from Herman. Up and away, 1-0. Right now, this is the only game going on in Major League Baseball. Next game is at 4:05 Atlanta at Philadelphia. So the eyes of the baseball world on 161st Street and River Avenue. (2-0), 3-0 on Verdugo. And Verdugo with a leadoff walk.
Coney, usually that's that courtesy strike, 3-0, just off the outside corner. Herman didn't get it. Ball four pitches for Verdugo.
Yes, if you think the count doesn't matter in the strike zone and the umpire's interpretation, it does. It always has. And you're right, did not get the benefit there.
Here is Kike Hernandez. 1-0 Yankees in the second. Breaking ball misses outside, 1-0.
You know what else matters, Paul? Home field sometimes. Umpires are human too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how many times, to your point, Coney, that you almost feel like the umpires at times get involved with the crowd noise and the anticipation of good things happening. And as an umpire, obviously you're not rooting for either side, supposedly, but you just become emotionally involved in the game, in noise and crowd noise and opportunities to for big at bats seem to take an effect on them.
Yeah, human nature definitely plays a part. I mean, it's not like Leslie Nielsen and Naked Gun, doing the moonwalk back there, but yes, there's a lot of variables involved in umpires and the interpretation of a strike zone, and whether it's the count, home field advantage, the pitcher's consistency, catcher's framing.
1-2. Runner on first. Second inning just underway. Yankees lead 1-0 on the Gleyber Torres home run. Way outside, 2-2.
Did you see Reggie Jackson's tweet after the Naked Gun movie, and his scene in there with the Queen of England?
Mm-hmm.
His tweet after, he was funny. He said, sort of like, see, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. You have to see the Naked Gun to see it, but Reggie had a funny scene in there.
2-2. 3-2. Well, there were two home run watches going on around Major League Baseball. One ended yesterday when Albert Pujols hit his 699th and 700th home run. And that was against the Dodgers last night. So congratulations to him. Just the fourth player in Major League history with 700 or more home runs. Runner goes. Ground ball to third. Donaldson gets Hernandez.
Yeah, Michael, to your point, I mean, you were almost at the All-Star break. You were thinking it was just a kind of a tribute to Pujols, but then last night, I mean, he has been on a tear to get to the number 700. And you know what? He is so respected around this game, and you saw that kind of the camaraderie around him at the All-Star break. And what a career.
He's kind of sprinting through the finish line. What a finish. Runner at second, one man out. Here's Tristan Casas. Swing and a miss.
He's going to be right in the middle of their lineup in postseason now, going forward for the Cardinals.
Verdugo off second, one man out.
I remember Don Mattingly in 1995 talking about, you know what, I'm not going to protect my back anymore. I'm just going to turn it loose. If you remember the series, Paulie, he had in 1995 against the Mariners, it was classic old school Don Mattingly, and he just kind of threw caution to the wind instead of kind of in that protective mode that he was in for a few years with his back injury.
1-2. He hit over 400 in that 5-game set against Seattle, and everyone knew on that flight home that he was retiring, and he did.
He was swinging out of his shoes too, Paulie, like he hadn't done in years.
You talk about the noise. I mean, there's probably 5 times that I can think of the noise in Yankee Stadium, and his home run in that playoff in Yankee Stadium, one of the loudest that I remember, that old stadium rocking.
2-2 on Casas. Fly ball deep left, going back Cabrera, turning one way, then another, turning and looking, gone. A 2-run home run the other way for Casas, and it's 2-1 Boston.
Well, the numbers really don't show it, but Casas, I mean, the #1 draft pick in 2018, a big first base prospect for the Red Sox, who have had all kinds of trouble trying to get some kind of production at first base. And he is on the monitor, and he is in the view of the future of being a power hitter in Boston.
Pretty impressive. He stayed back on a curveball like that, even though it hung and stayed up. Hit that ball the other way.
Yeah, you're right, Coney. You have such a tendency on breaking balls. You see this one just kind of hanging to get out a little in front and come around it and end up pulling the baseball. But he just hammered that thing to left field.
0-2. Well, he has 4 home runs in his big league career. 3 of them are against the Yankees.
No stride. Pure strength.
Yeah, he probably would have been up a long time ago. He went through, he actually missed a couple months with an ankle problem down in the minor leagues, and then debuted here on September 4th as a call-up. But like I said, going through to the future here, I mean, the Red Sox need production offensively at first base.
So here's Reese McGuire. High fly ball, right field. Judge back on the track, at the wall, leaps. Gone, a home run for McGuire, and it's 3-1 Red Sox.
Well, that had that sound also like it was heading for the seats. McGuire's 3rd of the year. Again, Red Sox, coming into the year, this is what you expected offensively, and they just have had a terrible year. I believe they 20 games out of first place behind the Yankees, but today they came with their bats.
By that much, too. If Aaron Judge can't get it, not too many right fielders could.
Strike to Almonte. How close was it? About a foot and a half.
Yep.
Inside to Almonte, 1-1. Two and two. Strike three. Almonte down looking, but a couple of home runs by the Red Sox gives them 3 runs, and they lead the Yankees 3-1. Well, fans, watch the record-breaking home run on Yes and win a record-breaking pick-and-play jackpot on the Yes app. Correctly answer 5 questions about the game when 99 will hit number 62, and you could wind up or win up to $62,000. The game is free to play and is open now, so download the Yes app, tap on the play tab, and get ready to watch history and win big. See official rules for details. Giancarlo Stanton will lead off the bottom of the second, and there's a strike, so there have been 3 home runs in the game, but not the one you want. At least not yet. 2 by the Red Sox, 1 by Gleyber Torres of the Yanks. 0-2 on Stanton.
Pretty good example of the contrast between right field and left field at Yankee Stadium. The Casas home run, it was a home run in 18 different ballparks, 375 feet. McGuire's home run, a home run in 1 ballpark, 361 feet. So both of them hit to similar parts of the park. So you can see like a 15-foot difference both ways.
Here's Cabrera, 228, 3 homers and 15 ribbies. Red Sox playing to pull. 3 infielders on the right side. Right fielder Verdugo shades toward the line. 2-0.
Coney, everything is, percentages now, and, you look at pitcher scouting reports, the percentage rates of breaking balls, fastballs, sliders. Were you aware of that when you were pitching, or has that come into the game more so here in the last 4 or 5 years?
Much more in the last 4 or 5 years. And pitchers, since they've had advanced analytics, have kind of got shying away from their fastball more and more.
Mm-hmm.
If you look even the last 5 years or so, that pitchers across the board are throwing less fastballs and more breaking balls.
Right. That's why I kind of asked that question, because Pivetta obviously has thrown much more fastballs that you're accustomed to seeing him throw so far. And I'm just wondering every once in a while that you just go and switch things up. And you look at his arsenal, four-seamer, knuckle curve slider, changeup. And again, everything for a strike in StatCast, Michael.
StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. There's ball 4 to Oswaldo Cabrera. 1-on-1 out. That brings up Harrison Bader.
I think, Paul, every pitch nowadays is graded on your stuff, your spin rate.
Mm-hmm.
There's sort of a ranking on how good your pitches are and which ones are your best pitches, and they're trying to help identify that for pitchers and get them to in a position to use their best pitches more.
Pitch to Bader is outside, 1-0. 4 for 11 is the Yankees. He's been a spark plug. He gets on the bases. Things happen. Yesterday came in, stole second, moved to third, ended up scoring the winning run on the Trevino single. He was given yesterday off, as was Rizzo. Just a normal rest for guys coming back from injuries. 2-0, but Bader did see that time, and he impacted the game.
He's been fun to watch. Obviously, it's only been 4 games, but, you can just tell he's a high-energy player. Very, kind of you need that. And, that is, relaxed as some of the Yankee players are, every once in a while you need either a young player or somebody like Bader to come around with just a little more energy. And I think it's only going to help.
So Pivetta lost the strike zone a bit, 3-0. Up and away, so 2 straight walks by Pivetta. First and second, 1 man out. 2 batters away from Judge coming up again. As the 8th batter, IKF, comes up. Little conference on the mound. So Vondrack will go back and break it up.
This is exactly what you want if you're on the Yankee side from the bottom of your order, to get good quality at bats, work some walks if you have to, try to get Aaron Judge up with some men on base.
It started with Cabrera working the walk, David, and he has showed a good eye for a rookie. He has a 9.4% walk rate. Major League average is 8.2.
Yeah, and that's what Aaron Boone has talked about him. He gets good at bats.
Strike to Connor Falefa, 0-1. skied the other way down the right field line and foul. Now, Paul, let me ask you, we've talked about how Aaron Boone has said that Aaron Judge is built for this, and he's shown no inclination whatsoever to stress out. But when every single at-bat is a national occurrence, all eyeballs on you, could it start to be creeping into him?
Well, you know, it changes things. I mean, you see everybody standing on their feet, everybody with the cell phones, and it does wear on you. I'm sure that he is locked in, wanting to do it. His family here, his friends are here, but there's no way that you can't feel somewhat of a weight on your back to get this done. And you know, it's just not your normal at bat. You know, you've got everybody's waiting and counting the number of pitches before you walk to the plate.
And the 0-2, not made. I remember, David, how leading up to the 3,000th hit for Jeter, he said he wasn't feeling any pressure at all. And then after he got it, those 5 hits against Tampa Bay, he admitted, I was feeling pressure because I wanted to do it at Yankee Stadium. So you say all the right things before, but there has to be something extra on you. Grounded and a base hit through the left side. Cabrera rounds third. They're waving him home. Here's the throw from Pham. It's cut off. The throw to third, and they will get Bader. But IKF with the RBI single, and now the Red Sox lead 3-2.
Well, Bader's just following, trying to sneak into third base. It's a good job, a good cut right there, kind of a short hop. The base hit, you're going to score a run. Bader has to read ahead of him, but then again, a good little play right there, a short hop and a good throw to knock down Bader at third base.
Yeah, excellent work on the hitting the cutoff man and the read by Devers too, knowing that there's probably not a play at the plate. There's not enough on that throw.
Well, the Yankees think that Bader got in there, so they are going to challenge.
It looked like he tagged him on his chest, but did his hands get in there? Yeah, I think he's safe. I don't know if that's enough to overturn it, but it did look like his right hand got to the base before the glove hit his chest.
Everybody on the field is watching the big board in center field. Now it's Bogart who makes the tag. Good throw by Devers. And the crowd sees a replay they think indicates that Bader is safe.
Early in the game, but worth a challenge here. Big difference here. You stay first and third with one out as opposed to 2 outs and a man on first early in this game. Obviously, risk reward. You could lose your challenge if it's not overturned.
I mean, that's safe to me. That right hand is on the base before Bogart's glove touched him on the chest.
Well, you could see in the first 3 games, the Yankees are running every time they can on Pham. Every single time. He does not have a great arm. And the ball was cut off because it had no chance to get Cabrera at home. So a long look by the replay crew. Here we go.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out. New York loses their challenge.
It looked like they missed the tag, but maybe it wasn't enough, whether the glove touched the arm before it got to the chest. But they decided that he was indeed out, so the Yankees lose their challenge. Now 2 outs, a runner on first, And that brings up Higashioka.
You may be right, Michael. Maybe there's a different camera angle that showed that maybe he touched the arm on the way by, but we certainly didn't see it.
Snap throw to first, diving back, Connor Falefa.
Just from a run expectancy standpoint, when you want to take a chance, if Aaron Judge wins that challenge, the run expectancy is 5 times higher with first and third and 1 out, as opposed to a runner at first with 2 outs as they are now.
Popped up. Devers makes the play in fair territory for the final out. Yankees get a run. 1 hit, 1 man left. We play 2, 3-2 Boston. Well, this Monday, get an up-close look at Brooklyn Nets Media Day as our Nets on Yes broadcast team brings you live coverage starting at 11 a.m. with special interviews and press conferences from Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Then, the first game of the preseason will be Monday, October 3rd at 7:30 as the Nets host the Philadelphia 76ers. Watch it streaming live on the Yes app. Should be a fun season in Brooklyn. We go to the top of the order for the Red Sox. 3-2. Here in the third in favor of Boston, and the first pitch swung on and missed by Tommy Pham. Popped up. Rizzo on the run. Higashioka, and neither one gets there. Kind of both short-armed it, and both very wary of the other one.
It looked like Higgy did not, find the fence and then look for the ball. And then as you start drifting in, you think you're going to hit the fence. You just kind of reach out and hope.
So Pham gets a free swing here, 0-2. One hopper, Torres. One away, so no harm, no foul. He's telling everybody I'm leading off in the third. Judge, Rizzo, and Torres.
Pivetta threw me all fastballs, and I bet he doesn't throw me all fastballs his next at bat. That's where pitching, and Coney, you've talked about it many times. You start playing a chess game, even after your first at bat. There's no way he'll challenge me like he did the first time, but You just never know what's going on in that pitcher's mind.
Nice and clean for television purposes, right? He's leading off the third. You can plan ahead accordingly.
Absolutely.
Go to the fridge now. Get your Sammy, whatever you need. I got my cappuccino ready. Audrey got me a cap. So I'm. Did you see the look on my face when she put it in front of me?
You were very happy. You really were.
Find somebody in your life that looks at you like I look at my cappuccino.
Time for the Honda home run leaders. Most home runs through 150 team games. Bonds leads at 66. McGuire 62, along with Sosa, and then Judge. One and two on Devers, who struck out in the first inning. Beautiful blue skies above Yankee Stadium. Beyond the outfield wall, there's some brush strokes of cloud white, and it just looks like a picture-perfect postcard here in the Bronx.
Coney, is that how you would describe the weather? Paintbrush and all?
It's fantastic.
Or that. Fly ball left field. Cabrera on the run toward the line. He's there to make the play. Paul, I've got to ask you, it's not easy to be a major league outfielder. How is Cabrera making it look so easy? He has no experience out there.
Yeah, he's very athletic. There's no doubt about it. And he exudes confidence wherever he is. Every once in a while, you'll see him take kind of a weird route going straight back on a ball. But anything side to side, he's very comfortable.
Pitch to Bogart's a strike.
We know he can throw, too.
Yep.
He's got a nice arm.
Oh, and 2. Now the other battle that Judge is in is for the American League batting title. So Bogart's grounded out to second. Judge struck out. So Judge still leads in all 3 Triple Crown categories. He's got home runs and RBIs locked up. 0-2. 1 and 2.
Got to imagine, Coney, if you're pitching, that that's kind of on your mind. I need to shut down Bogarts. It's almost what you can do as a pitcher to help one of your teammates in Aaron Judge.
Well, Judge at 315, Bogarts at 313, Arise at 312, and Jose Abreu has had quite a second half for the White Sox, 307 for the veteran first baseman.
Yeah, their demise is not his fault. The White Sox, you just don't get it. I thought they were going to be right there in the Central. Cleveland deserves some credit. Wow. Terry Francona again has got them in a position to win that division.
Yeah, it's a big surprise to me too, Coney, and they're on a hot streak now. I think they've won 8 out of their last 10. So you've got the one big name in their offense in Ramirez, but they just somehow, some way get it done.
Grounded to short, and they get Bogarts as the Red Sox go down in order. Aaron Judge leading off in the bottom of the 3rd, looking for number 61. Stay tuned. Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Cadillac. There's no better time to be in a Cadillac. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer today. By the world-leading neck and back experts from Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian. Stay amazing. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play.
Here's the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge. Number 99.
For those tuning in from around the country, welcome to the Yes Network, the #1 regional sports network in the country. And you're watching Yes's coverage of the New York Yankees as Aaron Judge will lead off in the bottom of the third. Foul back. Now the fastball. The Judge family. They've been here for the ride. The 0-1. 1-1. The Maris family has been here as well. They also said that if it doesn't happen here, they might go to Toronto. Judge with 60 home runs. And the 1-1. 1-2.
This has been amazing so far. The number of fastballs that Pivetta has gone at Judge. Another good one right there. Good pitch to hit, just fouled off.
Pivetta deals the 1-2. Finally goes with the breaking ball. The way the crowd gets so silent right before the pitch is being delivered. There's a crescendo because he's Judge, all rise when he comes to the plate, but then when the pitch is about to be delivered, this. High fly ball, center field. Almonte is there, and he puts it away for the first out.
Another fastball right there. You see Aaron Judge try to pull his hands in a little bit, just beat a little bit inside. I don't think that he believes how many fastballs he has seen today.
It's been more about the launch angle for Judge, just slightly under it. The last 3 close calls he's had over the couple of games that we've watched.
Hits the Rizzo inside.
That was 108 miles an hour off his bat. Just a little under it.
Two 2-0.
If you're into launch angles, that was 43 degrees on the launch angle at 108 miles an hour. So barrel of the bat just slightly too high. On a round baseball bat with a round baseball, as Ted Williams said, boy, it's so minute, Paul. Just a little bit, a fraction of an inch. That's why Ted Williams said it's the hardest thing to do in all sports. Round bat, round baseball. That's 3 times in a row the Judge has really been on it, but just slightly a fraction under it.
See him beat a little bit, kind of pulls his hands in, and as Coney said, it just did not square up completely. You see it just off the top of the barrel, which causes you to pop it up and not drive it as far.
Rizzo works a walk. David, when they go into a series and a team is trying to pitch to somebody who's hot, do they plan for the whole series? Okay, let's let him think off speed for the first two, and then we'll throw him the fastball that we didn't throw him in the first two games. Do they think that far along?
Sometimes you can, but I think in this particular case with Aaron Judge and Alex Cora's philosophy on it, having gone through it with Barry Bonds back in the day, that there's a respect here for Aaron Judge. Nick Pivetta is pitching with respect to Aaron Judge. Let me challenge you. We saw one breaking ball in there just to keep it square. But I think there's a universal respect for Aaron Judge. We've heard opposing pitchers say that. The guy who sets down his bat when he hits a home run. The guy who plays the game with respect. At least universally, he's respected by opposing players, opposing pitchers. I think Nick Pivetta is showing Judge respect by pitching him the way he is today.
Well, you'd have to agree the first two games he didn't see as many fastballs.
Well, I think it's an individual pitcher's aspect right here.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, Michael Wacha threw a lot of changeups and walked him 3 times on the changeup. Aaron Judge has seen more pitches to hit these first 2 at-bats versus Pivetta than all the others combined.
Yeah, no doubt.
Two and one on Torres.
You know, just from my perspective, I faced Cal Ripken Jr. in his last game at Camden Yards. And I went into it, and Joe Kerrigan, our pitching coach, said, pitch him straight, strike him out. And I couldn't do it. I was like, I got to have too much respect for Cal Ripken Jr., so I threw nothing but fastballs.
And what'd he do?
He almost hit one out. He just missed the first one, hit a bullet to left and just missed it. And he kind of got himself out. He kind of popped up a little bit or hit a couple pretty hard, but the random variance kind of got him that day.
And you got to explain somewhat, Coney, though. I mean, challenging a guy is just not throwing the fastball right down the middle. I mean, you're still trying to locate that fastball, but when you walk off the mound, you know that you gave him a chance by not trying to trick him.
Yes, and I'm going right after you. He knew it. He could sense it. I think Aaron Judge is starting to sense that now as well.
Warner goes. And they say he went the throw in to second, and it's a strike him out, throw him out, double play. How about that? McGuire threw. They still check with the first base ump. Conroy punched out Torres, and then the out was made at second. So the catcher has to throw no matter what the call is, and then the quick tag to get Rizzo. Aaron Judge is 0 for 2 so far in this game as we go to the fourth inning on the Audi scoreboard. Red Sox lead 3-2. Alex Verdugo leads off against Herman, and the first pitch is a strike on the curveball, 0-1. Hit sharply and past Rizzo, and off the sidewall, kicks out in right field. Judge fields, he'll fire to second. Verdugo with a leadoff double.
Verdugo's starting to become the offensive player that they thought they were going to get, coming into the game hitting over 280, 70 RBIs, and home run yesterday. Now a double down the line here.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in if you're Alex Verdugo and you're traded for Mookie Betts. You're always going to be compared to that guy, so he's got to be the best he can be, because there's no comparison to Mookie Betts.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Jumps on the first pitch. Fly ball to Bader. He makes the play. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Now, we should go back to the play that ended the bottom of the third. A bit curious. I know you're trying to stay out of the double play, but a bit curious to run Rizzo, who has missed some significant time because of a bad back. You need him healthy going to the postseason. He got thrown out at second base, so I'm sure that's something that will be asked about in the postgame. There's a ground ball to Rizzo. Flips to Herman. 2 down.
Can't wait for Meredith to ask that question. Find out about it, because she's the only one who can. But he's so valuable, and you don't really have a backup first baseman. So I know it's baseball. I know run to second, slide, but still. I don't know if I want to see that guy running and sliding right now.
I mean, the only way that question's not asked is if Judge hits the home run. Then that becomes the story. Runner at third. 2 outs. Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. Oh and 1. Top of the fourth inning, 3-2. Red Sox. Yankees have taken the first 2 games of this 4-game set. Got the fastball by him, 0-2. Dahlbeck has 11 home runs. 9 of them have tied the game or given the Red Sox the lead.
Well, Dahlbeck got sent down when Casas got called up, and all Dahlbeck did was hit about 5 home runs in about 2 weeks and said, okay, we're going to bring you right back here. Give you another look. So he did what he had to do down there. He didn't pout. He didn't get his dauber down. He went down and smoked a few balls and got right back up here.
Swing and a miss. Got him on the curveball, so the leadoff double is wasted. Red Sox strand 1. Well, here are the latest run totals from FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, new customers can get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Download the FanDuel app and start making every moment more. Audi scoreboard, we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 3-3-0 for the Red Sox, 2-2-0 for the Yankees. It'll be Donaldson, Stanton, and Cabrera, 4, 5, and 6 for the Yankees against Nick Pivetta. Donaldson struck out in the first inning. 1-0.
What?
Well, if you had brunch and you missed the beginning of the game, don't worry. You have not missed an Aaron Judge home run. He's still sitting at 60 after an 0 for 2. A strikeout and a fly ball to center.
Yes.
1-1.
Yes.
Pivetta is ready to work. Not taking much time between pitches at all. Upstairs. Well, there is very little room in the left field and the right field bleachers here at the stadium. They're waiting for the opportunity to catch a home run ball off the bat of Aaron Judge. But he hits them all over. You've got as good a chance foul pole to foul pole with him.
If you're out there, you're scrapping, aren't you? If you're a young Michael Kay from the Bronx, you're diving in there, aren't you?
Well, certainly the numbers that memorabilia experts are saying of what the ball would be worth, it certainly would be worth making a dive for. Remember the man who caught Roger Maris's 61st was Sal Durante, a 19-year-old truck driver from Brooklyn.
Okay.
And he got $5,000 for that ball, and in today's dollars, that's worth about 50 grand. As Donaldson down on strikes. Boone didn't like that call.
You see, a manager will wait until the player is almost back to the dugout. And so it's an intentional thing where as the player you hear the manager barking and you think that, he's on your side. It's kind of the way it's done.
Are you saying there's a little bit of eyewash going on there, Paulie?
Well, you just, as a manager, you're trying to keep everybody's head on straight. And, if the hitter is questioning the call, it's very reassuring to hear your manager act like he agrees with you.
Very diplomatic, yes.
Right.
Very true. Well, I thought that was on the bottom line. I thought it was borderline. I thought that was a strike.
1-2. Stanton struck out looking in the second inning. 5 strikeouts for Nick Pivetta. Two and two.
Connie, you remember who used to really chirp from the dugout was Don Zimmer. I mean, he wouldn't wait a second. He'd scream and yell. Joe Torre was a little more diplomatic the way he did things, but Zim was right up immediately.
Ground ball left side, and it's under the glove of the diving Bogarts as Stanton reaches with a single. Now we mentioned Sal Durante. There he is after catching home run number 61 off the bat of Roger Maris. Later went on to sell the ball after Maris refused to take it from him. He said, you can get some money for that. Maybe it could help you out. And that helped Sal start a family and buy a house. And Sal's still with us, but he is having some difficulty medically. And his sons are still very much Yankee fans. They watch every single game. But Sal, hopefully the television is on in his hospital room and he can enjoy some of this.
And Michael, you mentioned that family. Pretty cool. One of his sons and his grandson were actually here yesterday, sitting down the right field line, hoping that they would have a chance at an Aaron Judge home run ball. Obviously, it didn't happen yesterday. They aren't here today. Maybe they'll try to get back for another one, should Aaron Judge not hit 2 this afternoon.
Well, how perfect would that be if they catch Aaron Judge's 61st? But they're not here today. That would just be so, perfect.
We'll change neighborhoods and upgrade that house on this ball.
Michael, as you noted, the Maris children are also here. I caught up with them on Thursday, and they are just excited to be in New York while this potentially happens. And they said their dad...
High drive, right field. Verdugo back. He's on the track. He's at the wall. See ya. Oswaldo Cabrera with a 2-run home run. And the Yankees lead 4-3.
Cabrera, his 4th of the year. His last one was his first grand slam of the year and of his career, but he just becomes more comfortable every single day out on this field. You can tell the excitement that he still brings since he's been called up to the major leagues.
Well, that was kind of the book on his switch hitting style, that his left-handed swing had some pop in it, and now it's starting to show up.
And that'll bring up Bader. So 4 home runs in this game so far, none by Aaron Judge. Foul bat.
Little cutter right there, and it just kind of hung right where lefty wants it. Pivetta knows immediately. Does Cabrera. So he really uses his lower half. I mean, we talk about, different styles of hitting where he really has a weight transfer and drives with this lower half to create power.
Well, the Yankees are a veteran team, especially their position players. And to see a young kid come up and have success, the way he looks in the dugout after this home run, the energy that he brings, could be a big difference maker. No matter how long you've been around the game, you got to love to watch a kid like that.
Last 8 games, he's picked it up again, 375, 3-9. So he has 17 ribbies since being called up and 4 home runs. And Bader down looking.
It looked like Bader got caught in between kind of his normal way of getting ready for the pitch. He just kind of got stuck and just froze on a fastball.
Yeah, Pivetta quick pitched him. Kind of slide step quick pitch from the windup. Caught Bader off guard.
So, Meredith, you have to finish your point. You were interrupted by Oswaldo.
How dare Oswaldo Cabrera, who's coming up and certainly providing a spark for the Yankees. Michael, you were mentioning about him playing the outfield, and he hasn't played a lot of it, obviously, in the minors. Well, his older brother, Leobaldo, actually plays the outfield. So after games, he would call him and ask him, hey, should I be doing something different on this ball? What do I need to do on this ball? So that's been helping him along, as well as the Yankee staff. He has looked good out there. But as far as the Maris kids are concerned, they hope that Aaron Judge does it in New York. He said they feel as though that his dad would have loved it should he do it in New York against the Red Sox, just like Roger did it for the first time in '61. And also his daughter Sandra said it's a little bittersweet. You know that somebody was going to break it in the American League. For it to potentially be a Yankee means a lot. And every time Aaron Judge steps to the plate, she says her heart skips a beat a little bit. She doesn't know what to feel. But as we've seen throughout every Aaron Judge at bat, they are on their feet waiting, wondering if that is going to be the time that he makes history.
3-1 pitch to Connor Falefa. Grounded to third. Devers gets IKF, and that will do it. But the Yankees take the lead. A rookie with a big swing and a big 2-run home run. What's he pointing to? The scoreboard. Yankees lead 4-3. Well, thank you, Bob. So Oswaldo Cabrera is just 696 away from tying Albert Pujols. There's a ground ball off the bat of McGuire. The flip to Herman. One away here in the fifth. Here's the resume for Albert Pujols. 22nd season. Rookie of the Year in 01. 3-time MVP. 2-time world champion. 10-time All-Star. Now, it was calculated, Paul, you like this, that he takes a little over 28 seconds to round the bases on a home run. So, for 700 home runs, he has wasted 5 hours of his life jogging around the bases.
Waste? That sounds like the best 5 hours of your life. They're just strutting around the bases, huh?
Almonte with a high pop-up. Gleyber Torres makes the play. Let's take a little trip around the majors. Well, this is a blow for the Braves. Their rookie Spencer Strider placed on the 15-day IL, strain left oblique. He will not pitch for the regular season. Byron Buxton, this guy's so good when he's healthy, just can't stay healthy, will undergo season-ending right knee surgery. And J-Rod placed in the 10-day IL with a lower back strain. And Seattle has lost 6 of its last 8 games. Here's Tommy Pham. Fly ball, center field. Bader is there, and Bader makes the play. And that will do it. Well, who's coming up second in the bottom of the inning? That guy, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge due up second in this inning for the best coverage of the game. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. How have they pitched him?
Very aggressively. They've gone right after him. I really respect Nick Pivetta for his approach so far. It kind of caught Aaron Judge off guard the first part. Up the ladder. He did throw one breaking ball, but that was it. There it was. But out of the 8 pitches, 7 have been fastballs.
It'll be 9-1-2 in the Yankees order. Higashioka will lead off. Judge coming onto the on-deck circle. Yankees have the lead now 4-3. Home runs by Torres and Cabrera. Higashioka with a pop-up to Devers. That ended the second inning. So he'll lead off. Hernandez shades up the middle for Higashioka. Yankees have 4 hits, Red Sox 3, 4-3 Yanks. 1-0. Breaking ball strike. 1-1. Yankees with a run in the first, a run in the second, and 2 in the fourth. Popped up. Casas runs out of room. So 1-2 on Higashioka. Trevino simply getting a day off, day game after night game. After a game-winning hit last night, 1-2. Grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. A single for Higashioka.
Coming up for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge, number 99.
For those tuning in from around the country, welcome to the Yes Network, the #1 regional sports network in the country. And you are watching Yes's coverage of the New York Yankees and Aaron Judge. Judge 0 for 2, runner on first. Sitting at 60 home runs. Another fastball, 1-0. They put new baseballs into play when Judge comes up, specially marked, so they can identify the ball if and when it goes into the stands. Crowd standing here at the stadium, kind of holding its breath. 1-0.
Oh.
There was a curve, 2-0.
Well, Coney, here's a count where he can challenge him. I mean, this is a big pitch right here for Pivetta. You've shown fastball. Now in a fastball count, will you challenge Aaron Judge?
And the 2-0. There's a strike. That was a slider. It's the second baseball that Pivetta has thrown away. Didn't like the feel. No one wants to be sitting when this ball lands. They want to be able to move. Now the silence before the pitch. The 2-1. 2-2. Judge has had, as Aaron Boone has said often, a season for the ages. Just a magical 2022. Flirting with a triple crown. Flirting with the American League single season home run record. And the 2-2. 3-2.
Kind of the same situation, Coney. It was 2-0. He went to the slider. Now it's 3-2. Will he challenge it?
And the 3-2 pitch. Foul back to the screen. He did challenge him.
He did, and he challenged him outside the strike zone. Aaron Judge just underneath. That ball very hard with that slide uppercut to really square up. But a good swing.
It's a pitch that Aaron Judge has gotten to a lot this year as opposed to years past as he continues to evolve as a great hitter, not just a great slugger.
Runner on first, nobody out. 3-2 count on Judge. And Pivetta deals. Way outside, he walked him. A fastball that missed. And the crowd does not like it.
Yeah, and this is not Pivetta pitching around Aaron Judge. He just overthrew a fastball. And, you know, again, Coney, you said it. You had a lot of respect for what he's done. He gave him pitches that at bat. He went after him in fastball counts. He did throw the one slider, 2-0. But he just overthrew that fastball. And I don't think he was pitching around Aaron Judge. Just wasn't able to throw a strike.
Well, congratulations to Aaron Judge on being voted the Montefiore Einstein Player of the Week, and seems to win it every week, and why not? Last week, 500, 5 homers, 7 ribbies. Look at the OPS, 1.779. He owns this award.
We're number one, Michael? You said the Yes Network.
Yes,
when you
number
announced
one
that,
regional sports network, yeah. Rizzo, fly ball to center. Almonte goes back to make the play. Tagging is Higashioka. The throw comes into second.
Hey, Cody, we better mind our P's and Q's, man. We could go to number 2 real quick.
Stay in my lane. Getting out of my lane a little bit here.
You know, there's a lot of layers above me, David. I don't know if you realize that. A lot of layers above me. Zach Britton getting ready. Herman had a 4-pitch 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 5th. So here's Gleyber Torres, first and third with one man out. And there's a strike. Sky the other way, and the count now 0-2.
It's almost like everybody's doing the math on how many more at-bats Judge is going to get. How many times the order is going to turn over. We saw such a remarkable thing the other night at the end of the game when the Yankee fans in the night game all lit up their iPhones. Turned on the lights like an encore at a concert, looking for another at-bat, and the Yankees rallied to turn over the lineup again. Yankee Stadium fans, they're pretty knowledgeable. They anticipate the flow of the game just about as well as anybody.
And Torres chases that one and strikes out against Pivetta. So 2 down. That'll bring up Donaldson. Runners on the corners, 2 outs.
We haven't seen a lot of these curveballs from Pivetta today, but he's got ahead, got Gleyber Torres to swing at one outside the strike zone, as you see in Super Shot.
It's a big league curveball, one of the better ones around. Just about everything to do with it, the spin rate, the shape on it. That is a definition of a major league curveball.
So here's Donaldson with 2 outs. He struck out twice against Pivetta. And that's going to be a very tough play. Pivetta fields, off-balance throw, not in time. Scoring Higashioka. Infield single and a ribby for Donaldson. And the Yankees lead by 2, 5-3.
Well, Coney, I can only imagine what you'd be saying to yourself if you're the pitcher. You make a pitch to get out of the inning, you get a little 16 hopper, it ends up costing you a run, but the Yankees tack on another one.
On the other end, watch Donaldson. He's humping. He'll blow out a hammy to get that RBI and a hit. It's a heck of an effort.
Here's Stanton. One of the funny parts, watch Travis Chapman pointing to first base. This is where you have to go, the first base coach. '59th ribby for Josh Donaldson. 0-1 on Stanton. Foul back to the screen. By 3 Yankees, bottom of the 5th. One and 2. Yankees 5 runs on 6 hits. The Red Sox 3 runs on 3 hits. Been a rough season for the Red Sox. Has to be made more painful that their arch rival, the Yankees, on the verge of winning the American League East. Yankees have taken the first 2 games of this series. just a bit high with the knuckle curve. And Pavetta can't believe it.
This sort of illustrates the strike zone that you and I have, and the strike zone they have today. The pitchers want this pitch now, Paul. And when I threw that pitch to you in the 90s, I didn't even think about getting called a high strike, especially on a curveball like that. Kind of illustrates the difference in the strike zones, the evolution of the strike zone.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that'll do it. But the Yankees get a run, 2 hits, and 2 men left on base. We played 5 in the Bronx, 5-3 Yankees.
Welcome back. It's time for today's injury report, brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, state-of-the-art healthcare in New York City, Westchester, and the Hudson Valley. Wandy Peralta was placed on the IL on Thursday with back tightness. Aaron Boone said they do not believe it is that severe, but they did want to give him some time to heal up properly prior to the postseason. And with Peralta on the IL, well, that made room for Zach Britton, who's on the mound right now. Guys, I spoke to him for the pregame show earlier, and he has been waiting 12 long months for this moment. You better believe his heart is beating out of his chest right now. He said, your major league debut, the first time you pitch every season. This time, I just want to get out there and get it over with. His arm feels good right now. He made 8 rehab appearances, and I asked him if anything felt different. He said the only thing that feels different is that it's recovering, and I feel like I can throw the ball. His velocity down a little bit. That was by design. They told him not to push it too much in those minor league appearances, but the Yankees really need to figure out, Michael, what they have in Zach Britton.
Absolutely, and that's why he's pitching in these last couple of weeks, because they want to see, is he somebody viable to put on the postseason roster. Deals a strike to Devers. Last time he pitched in the big leagues, August 19th of last year. Now you might say, well, how's he back so soon from Tommy John? He had a variant of Tommy John surgery where they put a sleeve on that will get you back a little bit sooner than you would if it was a full Tommy John. Still Tommy John surgery, but in a little different way. There's a strike.
Wow, that's quite a breaking ball right there, Coney.
Well, if you get anything close to vintage Britton, what a weapon that could be. Right now, I asked Aaron Boone the other day, who's your closer in the postseason? He said, we'll go by committee. So they don't really have a dedicated closer. They'll have to mix and match all the time. And when that happens, and when that's the case, Imagine the pressure on the manager. Because it's not like, okay, Joe Torre brings in Mariano Rivera. If Mariano Rivera blows a save, well, who else would you bring in? But you set yourself up for constant second guessing if there's no one closer and you have to, okay, today it's Loizaga. If he doesn't do the job, it's going to be on Boone. It's not going to be on Loizaga as Devers works a walk.
Ironically, the Dodgers and Dave Roberts sort of announced the same thing. They've got a similar situation with Kimbrel out there, who's kind of struggled a bit towards the tail end of his career, or not quite the same looking pitcher that he once was. And so they're going to do the sort of matchup deal, the lanes, as you hear Aaron Boone talk about, top of the order, bottom of the order, righty, lefty. Everything they have in the algorithm that helps them with matchups will be used.
For a while there, Kimbrel, figured it out. He had a terrible start to the season, really struggling, and then he changed the music when he walked in from the bullpen to Let It Go from Frozen. And he had a run where he pitched just like the old Kimbrel, but then after Let It Go, where do you go? And
that was great.
Line drive, it's a base hit to left field off the bat of Bogaerts. Cutting over is Cabrera. Moving to third is Devers. The throw is not in time as it gets past Donaldson, and that allows Bogaerts to go to second.
Cabrera gets to this ball quick and takes a chance to try to get Devers at third, which allows Bogaerts to move on to second. But I think if Josh Donaldson, he gets kind of short-hopped here. If he picks this ball, I think he's got a chance at Devers at third base.
Another look. I really like the way Cabrera backhanded this like an infielder. Mm-hmm. All in one motion. So his infield skills, and I think maybe you might be right. Bang, he would have been out. Bang, bang, it was close.
Pitch to Verdugo is a strike.
I mean, when you make that play as Cabrera, you know as soon as you make that throw to third, that it's going to allow Bogaerts to trail a trail runner to end up at second. So it is a gamble, but I think it was worth taking because, again, as Coney, as you said, if he picks that ball, he's probably out at third base.
And there's a strike to Verdugo, so it's 0-2.
On the other end of it, a really solid test here for Zach Britton now. Walks a leadoff guy, gets banged for a single. Jumps up 0-2 here on Verdugo, the lefty.
Swing and a miss. A weak hack there by Verdugo. And a big strikeout for Britton.
Well, he's thrown some really good breaking balls so far. Obviously, his sinker up, base hit to Bogaerts, but you see Verdugo just bailing on that and a good slider away.
Perfect 0-2 slider just off the plate. That was a strike a long time until the end.
So here is Kike Hernandez. One and 0.
Hey, you wonder if Aaron Boone even considered going to the bullpen here, but you got Hernandez, and then you've got Casas on deck, another lefty. So I guess if you're Zach Britton, try to get ahead. If not, you don't give in.
2-0. Luzardo getting ready for the Red Sox. A little conference on the mound with Britton and Rizzo. And here comes Higashioka. And also a conference at third base between Bogaerts and Devers. And Bogaerts now will head back to second.
I love that from Rizzo. The leadership on the infield. Something Don Mattingly used to do. Keith Hernandez with the Mets. Some confidence to come in and encourage your pitcher. Two veterans.
3-0.
Yeah, I would assume, Coney, that there are times where you'd much rather talk to somebody out in the battle there with you, as you said, Keith Hernandez or Rizzo or Don Mattingly, than have the halt of the pitching coach coming out and going through the usual stuff.
And he walked him on 4 pitches, so that will load the bases for Casas. Now to get Britton on the 40-man, because remember he was on the 60 with the 60-day IL, so you don't count on the 40. Well, to get him on the 28, you had to get him on the 40 first, and the Yankees had a DFA, Miguel Andujar, just to get Britton a look-see here in the last 2 weeks to see if he's worthy of being on the postseason roster. So an expensive maneuver by the Yankees, possibly costly, and there are rumors that the Kansas City Royals are interested in Andujar.
A big pitch right here. You kind of pitched around Hernandez to set up a double play with the lefty coming up, but now down 2-0. You still have to trust that sinker, Coney, that you could get a ground ball, possibly get out of this inning.
Yeah, you just got to find the zone with it. It's the last piece of the puzzle when you're coming off of injury.
3-0.
You can do it on the side sessions. You can do it in a minor league rehab, but this is the middle of Yankee Stadium. On center stage. Different adrenaline rush, even for a veteran pitcher.
And that's ball 4. That'll force in a run. And the Yankees lead is now 5-4, and that's going to do it for Britton. So pitching for the first time in over a year, a couple of walks, actually 3 and a single, giving up a run, now turns it back to the bullpen. Well, this fall on Yes, seasons will collide as the Yankees make their final push to the playoffs and the Brooklyn Nets tip off a new campaign. All eyes will be on Yes as Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Ben Simmons headline one of the most exciting teams in the NBA. The action starts this October right here on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. Lou Trevino takes over. In 21 games with the Yankees, a 1.59 ERA. That's what he was overall with Oakland and the Yanks. 63 strikeouts in 49 innings. And he's going to face Bobby Dahlbeck with the bases loaded. 1 run already in. That was against Britton. All 3 runners are Britton's responsibility. We're in the 6th inning. Yankees lead 5-4. One man out. Swing and a miss.
Time out.
Coney, you pointed out last time we did a game together that Trevino was coming in and he's using his slider a lot more and been really successful doing that. I was just wondering, with bases loaded, if he would stick with that. And obviously first pitch, slider away.
A little farther away, 1-1.
Yeah, the key with the slider, if you're going to feature that pitch, is you got to be able to prove you can throw for a strike too. You got to be able to get it over at times in order to get the sweeping one to get a miss.
One and two, 3 straight sliders.
I always kind of wondered, Coney, your target when you're starting that big sweeping slider, obviously you'll see the catcher's mitt, but that's not your target to start the slider because you know you're going to get 16, 18 inches of break on it.
Yeah, usually I look for maybe the shoulder, the right shoulder for a right-handed pitcher, the catcher.
Strike 3, Dahlbeck down looking. Big strikeout for Trevino.
It's amazing what a lot of sliders will do. It will set up and just freeze a fastball right there. Good sequences of pitches coming out of the bullpen, bases loading, having the guts to go to slider, and then put him away with a fastball.
Had me there, too. I would have been looking. Back-to-back fastballs. Did not see that one.
Here's McGuire. 0-1.
That's the whole key right there. You got to land it. It's what they call landing the breaking ball. Throwing it for a strike.
Slow ground ball. Torres there. And Trevino comes on and does a great job as he strands 3 runners. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's time for the Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Indeed, Oswaldo Cabrera into the dugout, letting them know. Big swing, big home run. More and more every day, feeling like he belongs.
Montefiore Einstein scoreboard. Yankees 5 and the Red Sox 4. Yankees have won 5 in a row, 9 of 11. and 19 of 29. The magic number over Toronto is 4, and over Tampa Bay it's 3. Ryan Brazier comes on. He's pitched a lot. This is his 64th game. Nick Pivetta started, and I would think that he gained a lot of respect around baseball as he did not pitch around Judge. He gave him fastballs, challenged him. He did walk him the last time up with a fastball that just got away from him, but Pivetta was not going to pitch around him, and I think people will look at that in a positive light. Right now he's on the losing end of a 5-4 Yankee lead. Bottom of the 6th. Here's Cabrera. A walk and the home run that David just showed you. And a strike.
You know, Connie, you see so many rookies throughout your career come up, and some of them come up with the attitude. You think they're cocky, and you saw that last home run, Cabrera. I think that he just has such a joy of being where he is that it's not a cockiness. It's just enjoying this opportunity for him to play in the major leagues with the New York Yankees.
One and two.
Just look at this home run, and these are the moments where you had talked to somebody in the dugout. You say, see, but you know what? That is not cockiness to me. He runs the bases. It's just excitement and energy, and there's such a difference.
It's a great point, Paul. You talk about let the kids play. It's not about showing off or showing up your opponent or disrespect. It's about genuine enthusiasm, genuine emotion. And we need more of that in the game.
Strike 3. Cabrera down looking. He does not like that call by Vondrak. Neither does Boone.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Clearly in the zone. Little backdoor cutter, slider.
So here is Harrison Bader. Walked and struck out. Takes first pitch strike.
I always thought that backdoor breaking ball and even the cutter, Coney, from a righty was much harder to hit for me because you have such a tendency out of the hand, you give up on it because it's outside and then it breaks in. Where, the ball down and in, which so many pitchers go to, you get a better read on it. A lot of times you'll go after it because it's a pitch you want, but a lot of times you give up on that ball away. And I'm sure pitching that you had a spot that you wanted it to be a ball the whole way until it hit the catcher's glove.
That's exactly right. So strikes that look like balls and balls that look like strikes.
1 and 2.
And in a nutshell, that's kind of the philosophy of pitching, especially for pitchers that rely on command and control more than just bazooka balls that are 100 miles an hour in the zone. A backdoor slider to a lefty is a strike at the end, but it looks like a ball the whole way.
2 and 2.
A bazooka ball. I like that, Cody. We hear so many new terms in the game. That's my new one, the bazooka ball.
Yeah, the 100 mile an hour right at the top line.
And that's not an analytical term. That's a David Cohn term.
Yeah, that's get a little spider tack on your fingers to help it.
That's why we're number one, Michael. In sports, the local sports, we throw a bazooka ball at you. You don't get that everywhere.
Bader strikes out, 2 away. Here's Kiner-Falefa. Bottom of the 6th inning, 2 outs, nobody on. Yankees lead 5-4. 1-0. Brazier 35, 6th big league season, but 15th season in pro baseball. So he paid his dues. One and one. Chopped to second, Kike Hernandez. As Brazier works a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the 7th here in the Bronx. Yankees up by 1. It's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Today's picture was submitted by Adam. His grandma, Etta, watched Mariners break Ruth's record back in 1961, and now she's excited to see Judge making history of his own. You go, Etta. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures that you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers, and we might spotlight you in a future game. Pretty cool, right?
Very cool. Etta looks cool.
Trevino deals a strike to, actually a ball to Almonte as we start the 7th. Trevino worked out of a bases loaded 1-out jam in the 6th with a strikeout and a ground ball to second. Good job by him, keeping the Yankees in the lead.
You look back and we've so much talk about Roger Maris and the 61 home runs in 1961. I mean, he was such a good player. I mean, I was just looking at it. He played in 7 World Series in the 60s, which, I mean, that's amazing. I mean, he was more than just a 1 or 2 year player.
Almonte with the infield single. Well, everybody looks at the 61 season, Paul. He won the MVP in 60 as well, so he was outstanding.
Yeah.
Now, I was talking with Billy Crystal, who did the movie 61 and actually became a friend with Mickey Mantle. And he said that it really bothered Mickey when he had the hip abscess that kind of knocked him out of the race for 61, that he didn't get the record. He felt that, he would have loved to have had that record. He said, but once he came to grips with the fact that he couldn't do it because of the injury, I think he had one at bat in the World Series, he was glad it was Maris. Maris seemed to be the perfect guy to do it. And they became very, very good friends, the two of them. There's a strike to Pham. Well, Maris hit number 61 against the Red Sox. And it was the only run in the game. 1-0 Yankee win over Boston. Homered against rookie Tracy Stoller.
Pretty famous announcer had that call, Michael. Give it to me. That's right up your alley.
Well, Red Barber had it, I believe, on TV, and then Phil Rizzo had it on radio, I believe, which is the call that you always hear.
Right.
And there really wasn't that big of a crowd at Yankee Stadium that day, but most of the crowd sitting around the right field area looking for the home run, trying to get the home run.
Along with Sal out there?
Yep. Sal was out there. He hit on October 1st, 1961. Mickey ended up with 54 home runs. Swing and a miss. Pham down on strikes. And here is Phil Rizzuto calling the home run.
Fastball hit deep to right. This could be it. Way back there. Holy
And a reluctant curtain call, somewhat reminiscent of Judge's reluctant curtain call when he got to number 60. Well, Aaron Boone's going to go to the bullpen. Trevino has done his job. Devers coming up. Litke coming in. Yankees holding on to a one-run lead. A Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Amtrak. Book your next trip in the Northeast early and save up to 50%. Go to Amtrak.com to book your next adventure today. By Burt Rehabilitation. Get back in action with Burt. And by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more. Great moments in Yankee history as we're waiting for another. Number 61. I don't know why he was holding up Ted Lilly's uniform, but I think we all do now. Home run number 61. What a weight off his shoulders. Lucas Litke comes on.
Michael, as we look at those pictures, and we've seen the Maris family there and everything, I was just wondering if Meredith has found out if the Maris family has had an opportunity to speak with Aaron Judge while they've been in town.
Well, Paul, they have been following him all season long. They've enjoyed watching him try to chase 61. But to my knowledge, as of Thursday, they haven't had the opportunity to actually sit down with Aaron Judge. They said they know he's under a lot of pressure right now. They don't want to be a distraction in any way, shape, or form. So perhaps after he does it, if and when he does it, they will have that opportunity. I have a feeling that the Yankees have something planned for the two parties to combine. But we will find that all out if and when 61 happens. And I think it's more of a when, Paul, than if.
Very nice.
1-1 on Devers with Litke on the mound. Fourth Yankee pitcher. Herman started 5 strong. Then Britton, Trevino, and now Litke. Two and one.
See those shadows just starting to creep in around home plate.
Three and one on Devers. Devers 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored.
It's amazing, Coney. This time of the year, as fall is here and the sun goes down a little quicker and at a different angle, those shadows become more in play in day games than the middle of the summer. And I always knew it was, close to playoff time when the 7 o'clock games would start and it was almost pitch dark. You knew it was that time for the postseason.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Litke strikes out Devers. 2 away.
Coney, you've talked about it. There's nothing he throws that does not have movement on it. At any count, breaking ball away, gets Devers with a big out for the Yankees.
It's over 20 inches of horizontal movement on that Litke slider.
Judge due up second in the bottom of the inning. It'll be 9-1-2 in the Yankees order. And there's the shadows on October 1st, 1961, Paul.
Wow.
Check swing, he went around.
Roger Maris, strong dude, huh? He had a power booty, Paulie. He's ready to turn.
Looked like he had the sleeves rolled up, put his guns out during the day. He was ready to go.
Now, we know this is a different Yankee Stadium, but it's right across the street and is laid out exactly geographically the way the other one was. So the sun does affect the field in the same way. When Tracy Stallard was about to release that pitch, I wonder if he knew he'd be in baseball history forever with that one pitch to Roger Maris. David, have you ever seen anybody handle that kind of situation better than Al Downing, who gave up 7-15 to Hank Aaron?
No, and to get a chance to meet Al Downing on some of the old-timers days here at Yankee Stadium. What a classy man.
Real gentleman. It's tough sometimes to be on the other side of history, but he's handled it with grace. 1-2. Fouled away.
Ralph Ranka, one of the all-timers, who had to live with it and wear it all those years. The shot heard round the world, obviously.
And the pitch. Nice block by Higashioka. Going to second is Almonte. The throw not in time. Heads up base running.
It's all Higashioka
a runner.
could do. Yeah, it's all he could do.
A runner, you kind of, especially late in the count, expect that ball in the dirt and no hesitation whatsoever from Almonte.
Two balls, two strikes, two outs. We're in the seventh. The Yankees lead 5-4. Chopped slowly. Donaldson. He loses his footing, and that allows Bogaerts to get a hit. Moving to third is Almonte.
I think Almonte kind of, either he heard footsteps or something, but Josh Donaldson had no intention of leaving his feet here and sliding into this ball. He kind of went around it, and then no play whatsoever once he hit the ground.
See that ball kick to the right off of Donaldson there. Might have hit a divot or something. Really shot to the right on him and caused him to veer and lose his footing.
So here is Alex Verdugo. Runners on the corners, two outs. We're in the top of the seventh. One and 0. And with that infield single, he now moves ahead of Judge in batting average in the American League, 315 to 314. One and 1.
Coney, you talk about that breaking ball and where you want it to end up. I mean, and as a lefty facing a lefty, you either start it at the hitter, get the inside corner, or start it middle and get the outside corner. That ball right there ended up over the middle of the plate. Not where you want a breaking ball.
Tied him up. Check swing. Almonte's at third. Bogaerts at first. Almonte the tying run. Yankees lead 5-4 in the seventh. 2 men out. Cleanup hitter and right fielder Verdugo at the plate. Line drive, it's a base hit to left field. Almonte scores. Bogaerts moves to second. RBI single for Verdugo, and it is now 5-5.
Verdugo just fights this ball off. Looks like a cutter. He was trying to come in, and it's up in the strike zone. Always felt like you see the ball a lot better from lefties as a left-handed hitter up in the strike zone, and he just slashes this to left field.
Verdugo, his second hit of the day, his 71st run batted in, single and a double and a walk and a run scored for him today.
Very much a put it in play approach there, Paul. You're right. Just make contact.
Foul back off the bat of Kike Hernandez. Judge coming up second in the bottom of the inning. Now a 5-5 game. First and second, 2 outs. Bat goes all the way to the backstop, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Hernandez down on strikes. And Litke avoids further trouble. But the Red Sox tie the score, 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 men left on base. At the end of 6.5 innings of play, it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Yankees and the Red Sox tied at 5, but will stay right here as they honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you rise and remove your caps and please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Army 2nd Lieutenant Chester Lubeck from the Bronx, who served in World War II and received the Bronze Star. The Yankees say thank you for your sacrifice and service to our nation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean,
Well, thank you, guys. Cadillac game summary is knotted at 5. 5-7-0 for Boston, 5-6-0 for the Yanks. Pivetta, he challenged Judge a couple of times. Domingo Germán, Casas and McGuire, each with home runs. Torres and Cabrera, each with home runs. Aaron Judge is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Pinch hitting for Higashioka, another Aaron. It's Aaron Hicks. He had a home run in yesterday's game. He'll lead off against the new pitcher, John Schreiber. Foul back. A lot of work for Schreiber, and he's done a good job. The numbers jump at you.
Coney, I'd say the shadows are starting to take effect. When you see a swing like that, that ball about hit him. He committed to swing halfway.
And Schreiber's got that kind of movement, too. A frisbee slider.
Fly ball left field on the run. Pham toward the line. He can't see it, and it is a foul ball. Just foul. He lost it at the last moment.
We talked about it earlier in the game. When you talk about the shadows this time of year, the sun is brutal in left field. It gets at an angle where you cannot get around the ball. You can't look straight. You can't find any angle to get it out of that sun.
So Hicks back in the batter's box. 0-2 count against him. He's pinch hitting for Higashioka. Fouled away. When you had these conditions, David, what pitch would you go to that you felt you had an advantage of because of the shadows?
Well, you'd still want to have all of your weapons available, but generally speaking, and Paul can speak to this probably even better, but it seemed like it's hard to pick up spin. We saw that first swing that Paul noted was a slider that Hicks didn't seem to pick up very well.
Almost hit him. 1-2. Somehow missed him.
Almost broke the catcher's mitt, too.
Yeah, right through the pocket there.
Oh.
2-2. Somehow did not snap. Held on to it. Way inside, jumps out of the way. 3-2 on the pinch hitter Hicks. Way inside, and Hicks with a pinch hit walk. That'll bring up Judge.
Now for the Yankees, back to the top of the batting order, and the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge. Number 99.
Well, for those tuning in from around the country, welcome to the Yes Network, the #1 regional sports network in the country. And you're watching Yes's coverage of the New York Yankees and Aaron Judge's pursuit of baseball history. Judge 0 for 2 with a walk. Schreiber deals. 1-0. Slider inside. Crowd on its feet, waiting for 61. Two and 0. Judge has gone 17 plate appearances without a home run. Big cut, 2 and 1. Hicks at first, game tied at 5, bottom of the 7th inning. Two and 2. Coming right after him.
Yeah, another sinker, and that again, it goes back to the spin. You don't pick up that spin. You don't trace the ball and the movement on it.
And hear the anticipatory cheer, and then it gets quiet when the pitch is about to be delivered. Two. Still 2 and 2.
And a hanging slider there, Coney, but what an advantage to a pitcher that, you can even kind of make a mistake, but the shadows kind of even things out and give the pitcher such an advantage.
Yeah, that sinker in got Aaron Judge out in front of that slider a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2-2. Another foul ball.
That's definitely the best pitch he's had to hit in this at bat. Kind of a hanging slider, middle half.
Seems like everyone in the sellout crowd is standing, waiting, hoping, wishing. 2-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. Judge down on strikes, and first base umpire Chris Conroy not a favorite here in the Bronx right now.
This better be more than, I don't know, Coney. Can you call Aaron Judge out at this point in the game in what's going on as an umpire?
Wow. Okay.
A rare show of emotion there by Judge. Dave Bush goes out and talks with Schreiber. So Judge 0 for 3 with a walk, a couple of strikeouts today. Judge still in a good frame of mind. He saw the camera on him. He waved.
Yeah.
He knows that every camera, every phone, every eye in this place is fixated on him. You know, Buck Showalter used to say, Yankee fans don't come to the stadium to see the Yankees play. They come to the stadium to see the Yankees win. Well, I think they're coming to the stadium to see Aaron Judge hit a home run now.
And for a team first guy, that's got to be an uncomfortable feeling.
There's a strike to Rizzo.
And if there's one thing that would get Aaron Judge out of sync a little bit, it would be too much attention. We saw him the other night when he hit 60. He wanted Giancarlo Stanton to get all the attention with his walk-off grand slam.
High drive, right center field. Almonte back, turning, looking, see ya! A long two-run home run for Anthony Rizzo, and the Yankees lead 7-5.
Boy, this is why we were talking about him running earlier in the game. He is going to be such an important part of this offense, his production this year. His 32nd home run of the year, and a big one for the Yankees. Climbed back on top by a couple.
He is the protection that Aaron Judge needs in this lineup.
There's Gleyber Torres. He had a home run in the first inning.
Just a no-doubter. You see, Rizzo knew right off the bat. Give the Yankees something to cheer about after the questionable check swing from Aaron Judge.
That was only the third home run off of Schreiber this year. Austin Hayes on May 27th. Joey Gallo on July 17th. And for Anthony Rizzo, that ties a career high 32 home runs. Late swing there by Gleyber.
You're right, Paul. This is going to be about 434 feet by the time it lands. Over 108 miles an hour off his bat, and that's up over the bullpen.
And what a catch with the guy wearing an Aaron Judge jersey. Over the bullpen into the bleachers. Grounded softly and foul. Out of the shadows and into the bright. Torres battling. (7-5), bottom of the seventh inning. 3 home runs by the Yankees in the game. One by Torres, one by Cabrera, and now one by Rizzo. Just a bit outside, 2-2.
A little late reaction from McGuire behind the plate, too. That ball was just sailing. You can't even see it. It's taken off. What can you do?
Slow roller, that's going to be a base hit. He battled and got himself a slow rolling single.
A little two-seamer, and this was what happens. You just kind of beat it in the ground, but every once in a while, you just hit it at the right spot and don't hit it hard enough.
What's the old saying on the bench? Grown man hit that ball.
So here's Donaldson. He had an infield RBI single in the 5th. He's 1 for 3. The more batters the Yankees send to the plate here in the 7th, the better chance that Judge has to come up in the 8th. 1-0. Final game of this set will be a Sunday night affair tomorrow. Then the Yankees move on to Toronto. You can see the late reaction there by Donaldson on both of those pitches to get out of the way. Three 3-0 on Josh. A slider on 3-0. Dropped it in for a strike.
I think he probably feels better about command on that particular pitch than over his fastball.
Ha! 3-2.
3-2.
Way outside, and a walk to Donaldson. You know, we mentioned the home run by Rizzo was his 32nd career high. He's done it 4 times. He had 32 and 14, 32 and 16, 32 and 17. Never has been able to get 33. So first and second, 1 out. Here's Stanton. 1 for 3. Couple of strikeouts, infield single. You know, this is a kind of a memorable day in the history of this Yankee-Red Sox rivalry. Back on this date in 2004, the Red Sox lost 6-4 to the Yankees at Fenway Park, and after that game, Pedro Martinez uttered that famous phrase, "What can I say? I just tip my hat and call the Yankees my daddy." There's a strike. They've made T-shirts out of that and chants.
Yeah.
A special segment on his TBS show now, too, I think.
Yeah.
The Who's Your Daddy segment for Pedro.
0-2. Also on this date, in 1929, they had Babe Ruth Day at Fenway Park. That had to be difficult.
Jeez.
Yeah, here's the guy we sold to the Yankees. Let's celebrate him. Swing and a miss. Didn't come close. Stanton's down on strikes. 2 away.
You know, you had mentioned Al Downing and the great home run from Hank Aaron. And, you know, you talk about what people remembered for. And, you know, ironically enough, Bill Buckner was playing left field then when that ball was hit over his head. And what do you remember Bill Buckner for? I mean, here is a guy that had a great career. So it is amazing what this game can do sometimes when you leave.
Here's Cabrera. And when Ruth hit his 60th home run, it was against Tom Zachary of the Senators. And Zachary, after the game, he did not want to give up that home run. He said, "I should have stuck it in his ear rather than throwing it then." And it was right down the right field line at Yankee Stadium. Well, fast forward to Babe Ruth Day at Yankee Stadium. Fly ball left field. Pham fighting the sun, makes the play. And Ruth walked over to him. He's dying of cancer. They said, "You still think the ball was fair, huh? Do you?" This was fair. Rizzo goes yard, and when it lands, the Yankees have themselves a 7-5 lead. We go to the 8th inning. It's 7-5 Yankees over the Red Sox on the Hyundai scoreboard. 7-8-0 for the Yanks. 5-7-0 for the Red Sox. Litke is still in there. It'll be Casas, Dahlbeck, and McGuire.
Oh.
1-0.
Huh.
1-1. Shows bunt, takes outside. 2-1. Two-run home run for Casas in the second, then a bases-loaded walk, so the rookie has 3 ribbies. 4 homers on the season, 3 against the Yankees. Yankees lead by 2. If you are looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th inning, the Yankees have the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9, so one man has to get on to give Judge another at-bat today, assuming there's not a bottom of the 9th.
Rizzo.
He missed, so Casas with a walk. Here's Dahlbeck. He is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts today. He was recalled from AAA on Thursday. Rizzo holds Casas at first. And a strike.
Paulie and I are just letting the game breathe right now, Michael. You know, you don't have to talk all the time, right?
That's what I've heard. Oh, and 2. You ran out of stuff or what?
Just letting our great camera people do their job.
Clark Schmidt is warming for the Yanks.
I keep looking at Dahlbeck, looking down at third base, trying to pick up a sign. I know it's a habit as a hitter, but when you're down a couple runs, what sign do you get? You get a bunt? You get a hit and run? No, you're trying to tie this game up, but it's such a habit, and you're taught from the minor league level up to pick up the third base coach just in case.
Carlos Feblis at third base for the Red Sox. Grounded and threw for a base hit for Dahlbeck. Casas stops at second, first and second for the Red Sox here in the 8th inning. Nobody out.
Again, you're starting to see better swings from both sides of the plate from the Yankees and Boston, where you see those shadows starting to get out towards the pitcher. You get a little bit better view of the ball and the seams and the spin.
So Trevino, who took over after Hicks had pinch hit for Higashioka, goes out and talks. Now, you were an outfielder, Paul, but I'm wondering, we talk about the difficulty for the hitters. With the ball coming out of the shadows, is it difficult for the infielders to pick it up?
Yeah, it's difficult from the outfielders too, Michael. It's a great point. I mean, you don't see, because all of a sudden the ball, it shoots out of the shadow, and you just don't get a true read, both from the infield position and the outfield. And, you go more about the sound and the swing. But there'll be a lot of times if, your ball's hit off the end of the bat, you don't get a true read on it from a right fielder or from a left fielder because you just don't see it off the bat as well coming out of the shadow.
Well, with Refsnyder pinch hitting for McGuire, Boone walks out slowly to the mound. He'll get the ball from Litke. And a real slow walk. I've never seen Boone walk out that slowly. Looking to see if Schmidt is ready. He's told that he is. And here comes Clark Schmidt. It'll be Schmidt against Refsnyder. First and second, nobody out in the eighth. Yankees lead by 2. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. And by your local Ford stores. Come discover the new Ford lineup, including the Built Wild Bronco, official SUV of the New York Yankees. So here's Clark Schmidt. 25th game, about a strikeout per inning. And he will face Rob Refsnyder, former Yankee. You know, the Dahlbeck single is unusual. It's the first hit off of Litke's curve this year. Batters were 0 for 22 with 7 strikeouts against it before that hit. And of the 0 for 22, there were 17 strikeouts. First and second, nobody out. Yankees up by 2. Oh. 2-0. Now, Refsnyder got sent up when Litke was on the mound. He hits .367 against lefties. Against righties, it drops to .253. He slugs .600 against lefties, slugs .392 against righties. So the Yankees have the advantage with Schmidt. Huh. 2-2.
97-mile-an-hour sinker on the inside corner, 86-mile-an-hour slider away. The 1-2 punch that serves Clark Schmidt so well in the relief role coming out of the bully.
Strike three. Ref Snyder down looking.
It's a razor blade right on the black. A 1-2 punch, devastating from Clark Schmidt. Ref Snyder doesn't like it. It's all over the black. Clark Schmidt likes it. Got a little bounce in his step.
So here's Almonte, 1 for 3. And a strike.
You look at Almonte in his career, you talk about the journeyman. It's his 7th team in the last 10 seasons. It was actually in the Yankee system from 2006 to 2012. And again, another September call-up for the Red Sox.
Did he go around? Yes, he did. 0-2 on Almonte. Definitely went around. Casas off second. Dahlbeck off first. 1 man out. 0-2 count on Almonte. Foul back. Big spot for Schmidt. Kind of an audition for postseason work. How high leverage will you go with the youngster? Still 0-2.
Well, Clark Schmidt, kind of an analytics darling because of his spin rate on all of his pitches. Knuckle curve there, over 2,900 RPMs. That's well above average for a normal curveball.
Lined into center field. Here comes Bader. He dives to make the play. He took a base hit away from Almonte for the second out.
Well, you're seeing what Bader can do on the field, and I tell you, this is the hardest play for a center fielder to make, is that line drive right at you. You can't get to either side, and there's no looking back. Once you commit, what a great play. This ball gets by you as a center fielder. It's going all the way to the wall, and again, you got to have the guts to go for it. Bader's been known as one of the better center fielders, and obviously that is a huge play for the Yankees here in the 8th.
And the right field bleachers saluting him, and he salutes them back. Here is Tommy Pham. And a strike. Kind of living the dream. Aaron Judge knows that feeling. But Bader went to high school in the Bronx. Here he is playing center field for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Bader enjoying the honeymoon phase of his Yankee career so far. Gotten off to a good start.
Well, that's got to feel good. And 2 on Pham, who's 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. In the 8th inning, Yankees lead 7-5. Ground ball is short. They go to third. They get the force to end the inning. Great job by Schmidt. But he's helped by that man, one of the newest Yankees, Harrison Bader. Diving forward, making the catch, saving a run, getting some love, and hearing it from the crowd. Come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, September 30th for the final home series of the 2022 regular season. And for one of the hottest promotional giveaways, it's Garrett Cole bobblehead night. First 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Garrett Cole bobblehead courtesy of T-Mobile. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today, Yankees.com. Ref Snyder takes over in left field. Wong behind the plate. And on the mound, Edward Bizzardo. Bottom third of the Yankee order starting with Bader. Bader with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And that's up the middle. Grabbed by Hernandez. Throws to first to get Bader for the first out. So one Yankee has to get on to get Judge up to the plate. Scott Efros looks like he'll be asked to come in and try to close. So here is Connor Falefa. Fouled away. Lights are on here at Yankee Stadium trying to counteract the shadows. There's a strike from Bizzardo. 0-2 on IKF. Jose Trevino is on deck. His first at bat. Soft ground ball is short. Bogarts, 2-away. And that brings up Trevino. Well, Monday night on Yes, the Yankees will be in Toronto to begin a big 3-game set with the Blue Jays. Don't miss a single at bat as Aaron Judge continues his chase for the Triple Crown. And the Yankees push toward a division title. Coverage begins at 6:30 with the pregame. Then first pitch is scheduled for shortly after 7 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. So here is Trevino. And a strike. Judge comes out on deck. Trevino had the game-winning hit last night. One and one.
There you go. It's always strange being on the on-deck circle with 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Chances are you're not going to get up in the 9th if all goes well. And if you're Aaron Judge, it's hard to have that switch turn off and on. I mean, you want this at bat, obviously. You're hoping everything that somehow Trevino can get on base, but it's like I can't lock in yet until I really know that I'm going to the plate.
Two-one. There's a strike. 2-2. Nice slider. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the count is full. Trevino has probably never had this much support for an at-bat. Foul back.
That's pretty cool, right? You get a standing O just to try to get on base so you can get Aaron Judge to the plate.
Clearly had the anti-strikeout swing working right there.
Yes.
Chopped to short. The crowd groans, and the Yankees go down in order 1-2-3. And unless the Red Sox rally, his next at bat will be tomorrow night. We go to the ninth inning. It's time to take a look at the Chevy play of the game, Paul.
Let's go all the way back to the first inning. Gleyber Torres all of a sudden becoming Gleyber Torres again offensively. His 24th of the year. Got the Yankees off to an early lead. That's your play of the game.
Yankees lead 7-5, each team with 8 hits. And now Scott Efros will make his first appearance since August 20th. Those are his numbers with the Cubs and the Yankees. And this is quite the test here, David. 2, 3, and 4 in the Red Sox order.
But, you know, you could sense that Aaron Boone needs to find out now. We saw Zach Britton earlier in the game pitch for the first time in a year off of his Tommy John surgery. And certainly for Scott Efros, he is counting on being a big part of this bullpen on down the stretch and into postseason. And so no rest for the weary. Get back in there, son.
He was out with a right shoulder strain. So Aaron Judge will bat in the bottom of the ninth inning if Efros does not do his job here. And here's Devers. And the right-hander deals. There's the strike. You almost wonder about the thought process of the crowd here at the stadium. Do they want Efros to do his job, or do they want him to blow the save?
You thinking Derek Jeter's final game?
When David Robertson gave up those 2 home runs.
I see how you're working. Devious.
But I think if you polled this crowd, they go, yeah, give up 2 runs.
Just 2.
Just 2, and then let Judge have the walk-off home run for 61.
That's the thing. You have to know the outcome. The Yankees still have to win. You know, it's just easier to close it out here. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Huh?
There's a base hit to left field. So Devers starts it off with a single. Well, fans, you have to stay tuned after the final out for the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame and get highlights, analysis, and complete reaction from today's game with the Red Sox, plus Aaron Boone on the manager's report and much more. So here is Bogaerts. He has 2 hits and now has moved ahead of Judge in the American League batting race, as Judge also trying to capture the Triple Crown. And he hits. Bogaerts does that for us, and just like that, first and second, nobody out.
Well, Coney, you talked about it. When you come back, the last piece of the puzzle is usually control, and Efros missed to Devers out over the plate and then catches Bogaerts. Now Boston, a couple guys on, nobody out.
Yeah, the first thing you do is you get the pain out of your shoulder, you get your strength back, you throw on the side and prove that your velocity is back, and the last piece of the puzzle is the radar, especially in-game competition. You can't simulate this stuff on the side or in a rehab. It's Yankee Stadium, Red Sox.
So here's Verdugo. RBI single his last time up, took it the other way. He's 2 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. And there's a backdoor slider for strike 0-1. Crowd of 47,611 here at the stadium on this Saturday afternoon.
Efros has a 3-pitch mix, especially for lefties. He's got a changeup that he can throw in there as well.
And that got Trevino. Next catcher would be the Yankee shortstop, Connor Falefa, because Higashioka started and only carrying 2 catchers. Oh, 2 on Verdugo. First and second, nobody out. Top of the 9th, 7-5 Yanks. One and 2. Devers at second, Bogaerts at first. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout of Verdugo.
Well, that was one thing that was noted. Efros, even from the right side sidearm, he has great success against getting left-handed hitters out.
You can almost see that change-up grip from the sidearm delivery. 83 miles an hour, fading down and away.
So here is Kike Hernandez, 0 for 3 with a walk. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, said Conroy.
Coney, once you learn the split finger, did you get away from the changeup? You used your split finger as your off-speed pitch, right?
Yes, I did.
You didn't throw it for the circle change anymore?
Nope. I never really could master the circle change, so I was a splitter. I could back off the splitter, move my thumb around it a little bit on the ball, and kind of vary the break and the speed.
Chopped towards short. IKF field fires. 2 down as the runners move up. So second and third for the Red Sox. And the rookie Casas will try to tie the game or keep it alive. And a trip to the mound.
If you're Efros, you saw what Casas did earlier in the game. He stayed back on a slider and just hit a rope to left field out in the second inning. You watch here, stays behind it, doesn't try to pull it, and has plenty of power to go the other way.
So Matt Blake going over how they will pitch to Casas. So the tying run is at second base for the Red Sox here in the ninth inning. Yankees have a 2-run lead, 7-5. Red Sox have out-hit the Yankees 9-8, but the Yankees lead.
Matt Blake obviously with an eye on the on-deck circle as well, with the right-handed swinging Dahlbeck on deck. If you fall behind, don't give in. You do have first base open.
Outside to Casas. Devers at third, Bogarts at second. Efros, the Yankees' sixth pitcher. He's trying to close it out and pick up the save. Nice pitch for a strike. Slider on the outside corner. Red Sox consider Casas the first baseman of the future. Big spot for the youngster. One. Red Sox down to their final strike. Two and two. All back on deck. And the 2-2 stays alive. Tried to get him with the changeup. Herman started. Then it was Britton, Trevino, Litke, Schmidt, and now Efros. First game off the IL. Hasn't pitched in a big league game in over a month. Big spot. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Pitch. 3-2. Efros deals. He walked him. Red Sox are still alive. Bases loaded for Dahlbeck. And for Casas, his third walk today.
What would a Red Sox-Yankee game be without a little drama here, Michael? You know, if you're Efros, you looked like everything was away. The strikes were good sliders that just caught the outside corner, but then that was not able to put him away.
Dahlbeck is 1 for 4. 3 strikeouts and a single left in the 8th. And the pitch. 0-1.
Trevino having a tough inning back there in the 9th, Coney. Balls ricocheting off of him, foul balls, pitch balls, everything. Catchers, you just don't understand. I mean, it's just day in and day out of getting beat up back there.
Chapman is heating up. Ref Snyder is on deck. The 0-1. Chopped over the mound. IKF Field steps on the bag, and the Yankees win 7-5. Aaron Judge will have to wait for another at-bat tomorrow night, but the Yankee magic number is down to 3 over the Blue Jays and 2 over Tampa Bay as they creep closer to winning the American League East.
Well, the Yankees taking advantage and also taking care of business. As you said, Michael, magic number is the most important thing, winning the division.
Absolutely. Another solid win. Rizzo with a huge home run. And don't forget that Trevino did a great job of getting out of that bases loaded jam earlier in the game. Another big win for the Yankees with 6 in a row. Playing much better baseball.
They've won 6 in a row, 10 of their last 12, 20 of their last 30. And the Maris family is going to be in New York for at least another day. So Aaron Judge 0 for 3 with a walk. He's at 60 home runs, but the Yankees are at 93 wins.